I first heard about it, I literally said, "You mean $750,000?" And it was like, no, $750. We now know Donald Trump owes and is in debt for $400 million. And just so everyone is clear, when we say in debt, it means you owe money to somebody. And it'd be really good to know who the President of the United States, the Commander-in-Chief, owes money to.
The American people have a president who's a businessman, he's a job creator, who's paid tens of millions of dollars in taxes, payroll taxes, property taxes. He's created tens of thousands of American jobs. And the president said those public reports are not accurate. And the president's also released literally stacks of financial disclosures the American people can review just as the law allows. But the distinction here is that Joe Biden, 47 years in public service, compared to President Donald Trump, who brought all of that experience 4 years ago.
Thank you, Vice
and
President.
turned this economy around by cutting taxes, rolling back regulation, unleashing American energy, fighting for free and fair trade, and all of that's on the line if Joe Biden and Kamala Harris.
You know, the moderator there trying to make the point that Mike Pence was going over his allotted time. Dan Raviv joins us. Dan is a columnist at Newsday. He is in Washington, D.C. Dan, great to see you. For the neutral, forget whether you're Democrat or Republican. For the neutral, was there a clear winner, do you think, in this debate?
Well, there were the usual instant opinion polls after the debate, and it seemed to depend what TV channel or website you were watching, because some people were impressed by Pence, and so there were sites that said he was the winner, and others said that Senator Kamala Harris made a great impression, and she was the winner. Now, again, you know, as we've been saying in the past few minutes, these debates usually don't make much of a difference. These are the vice presidential candidates. I think they both did their jobs. They spoke clearly. It is true that Vice President Pence kept going over his allotted time, yet he has a way of always seeming very polite. Now, why does it make a bit more difference? Because the two candidates for president, their bosses are, well, they're old men. President Trump is 74, and shortly after next month's election, former Vice President Joe Biden will be 78. And so there's a thought that they might not make it through a 4-year term as president, and the vice president would take over. So Americans actually are quite curious. What would Pence be like? What would Harris be like? And so there was a lot to learn in the debate.
Yeah, actually, well, that's interesting, because surely people now know Mike Pence better than they ever did before. But what about the recognizability, the recognition factor of Kamala Harris, but the substance that she represents? Has this debate put her firmly in the limelight? Because previously, while trying to get the nomination for the Democratic Party, there were so many people on stage, it was really difficult for her to get her point across simply because there wasn't enough time.
Well, absolutely. And so this was good for her, and you could say it's good for the Biden-Harris campaign. She is the first African-American and the first Indian-American politician to reach these heights, to be in this national debate, to be a candidate for vice president. That was recognized even by Vice President Pence, who said it was an honor to be on stage with her. On the other hand, it means that the Trump campaign was attacking her as being a leftist. And indeed, when she was running for the presidential nomination against Biden and others, she was on the left wing of the party, and now she had to moderate a lot of her positions to match those of Joe Biden. Conservatives claim that if she does take over as president one day, she'll be a leftist, and therefore the conservatives say she would be dangerous. It's all part of the debate, and don't forget, Election Day is 3 weeks from this coming Tuesday. Not that much longer to wage these arguments.
Dan, what do you make of the accusation that there wasn't enough substance in the debate and that actually the two candidates were not prepared to directly answer questions, especially when one put a question to the other? In other words, do you think that they specifically didn't want to talk about details of policy? Because so many people say when you're up against President Donald Trump, you have to avoid that. You have to appeal to people's hearts.
Well, in any political campaign, that can be a good idea. And you wondered if they weren't prepared to answer direct questions. I'd put it this way. They were prepared to not answer those questions and just get across the information or claims that they wanted to get across. And that's why I thought that both of them did a good job to sidestep the question that was posed by the moderator and instead say what they wanted to say. A lot of viewers may have been frustrated, 90 minutes of politicians avoiding the question. But what do you expect, Adnan?
Dan, some breaking news coming into us, and we're still trying to confirm it with the White House, is that it's being reported that the presidential debate, the second one, which is due on the 16th of this month, is going to be a virtual debate. I wonder if that's because of President Trump's COVID-19 diagnosis, or whether it might be for any other reasons. We don't know that.
There's no
but
question.
We have heard this news.
Well, that is the main reason, that the president has COVID-19. He was hospitalized for 3 days. He's back at the White House, says he feels great and he's working. But the Democrats were saying that that could be dangerous if President Trump traveled to someplace for his next debate with former Vice President Biden. That could be dangerous. The Debate Commission, an independent body, has decided that it will be virtual with Trump and Biden in different locations. And so this changes the plan. We don't yet know that Trump and Biden have agreed, but I think that really they'll have to. Neither man will want to pull out of the debate and look like they're afraid. America time, it's Thursday night, October 15th. And after that, there will be a third debate. Oh, one other reason, by the way, because the first debate between Trump and Biden last week went so badly, with everybody interrupting everybody and Biden even saying to the president, will you just shut up? The Debate Commission apparently didn't want that chaos to occur again. Adnan.
Really appreciate that analysis, Dan. Thank you so much indeed. Dan Raviv in the American capital.